Welcome to the Game Time Show here from our studios at East Legon, where we talk everything sports. We are back on your screens again with the game review show on all EPL matches. And with me to do that is Elom, but I can see the citizens are smelling blood. Arsenal is a make or break, and we'll see what is going to happen in this particular fixture that between EPL giants Arsenal and the title challengers Man City. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, a bit nervous,
Of course,
and I'm sure it runs through all the other Arsenal players as well. So we're looking forward to a very good weekend because in the past fixtures has not been great. Losing losing titles to City, losing against Bournemouth, Southampton out of the FA Cup is quite a troubling week, and I'm sure you are already excited because you have some trophy in your bag.
Yeah, of course, of course. I strongly believe we'll be taking. If you don't, if Charlie, if you guys not taking a bench domestic treble,
No, it can't happen.
well, we'll be there.
It's unfortunate that we are out of the FA Cup. We would have challenged you for that as well.
Well, you had an opportunity to challenge me for the Carabao Cup. And what happened?
We wanted to give you one and keep the two.
No, you wanted to give me one. I don't think the we is.
No, we wanted to give you one and keep the two, but unfortunately, it looks like we are rather challenging you for just a premiership because the other one you seem to have let it go. So it's going to be 2-2 if you want it that way. Two, that is EPL and the Champions League, and then you take the domestic cups. We don't think we need a lot of domestic. We want to mix it up with European trophies as well.
Well, this wasn't your script. I don't know. It's like you have to have a read.
Oh no, say NBA. You sit back and then you analyze and then you see where your priorities lie. But you can't keep everything to yourself. No, it doesn't make the competition.
What would happen if your team goes trophyless come end season? What would happen?
I only push for Atata to be sacked. I'll not change my son as a gun, but I only push for Atata to be sacked.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So we're going into a very crucial week of the season. It's a title deciding weekend because when Arsenal loses, City is just running away with the thing. If City also loses, they should just forget about it. It's more or less like a win and nothing else. No draw, no lose. How do you see this particular encounter going into this picture? Because Arteta, from the back of this or before this game, they've lost to City, I think, once, and then they've drawn one at home with Arsenal. So this is the third time the two teams are going to meet. And I know you also seems to be on some winning streak, even though you bounce back from that Champions League defeat. Going into this particular fixture, how do you see Pep handling this particular fixture? Should he open up? Should he sit back like he did the last time out when they met Arsenal?
So yeah, I'm happy about the fixture and the time schedule. It looks like it has as a almost shadow in a way it would give us possibly maybe arguably the match of the season. Though we've seen some, nice matches here and there, but I feel like this game.
Arsenal has brought this upon themselves because they could have had some 3, 4, more than 6 points pushing before this game.
Before this game, and then we wouldn't necessarily be talking about this game. But then, as you said, we are talking about this game because it's a title deciding game.
Yeah.
And then for City cannot afford to lose or draw in this fixture. And lose or draw doesn't help City.
Yeah.
Because that means that you would have to sit back and hope that Arsenal will draw some points, and which I doubt that. Considering what happened over the last weekend
with the fans booing this,
I doubt if they would win or draw against City and then when lose to maybe against Crystal Palace.
No, that would be difficult.
Like that one there, like I will sure give Arteta the invoice. But then this fixture is one of it's something that we all
are looking forward to.
Considering how it is coming up and in the time it is happening.
Except that there will not be any red cards in this particular game.
Why not? Both teams played decently in the last couple of meetings. They have decent players and all that. Who knows what to do about with their work and all that. And I feel like Arsenal, on the other hand, is going to be at the Etihad Stadium. Arsenal, we all saw what happened with City and then against Arsenal the first leg.
Yeah.
City also scored, got an early goal, and then tried to defend, but unfortunately, Martinelli did not allow us
Yeah.
complete
Yeah.
our defending. And then the same thing happened last season too, when City met Arsenal. I mean, after we considered
I don't know
five
why
goals.
when the two managers meet, they tend to want to play the tactical game.
Exactly.
Allow the team to flow. Play to their strength.
It's a thing of fear where, you see, when it flows, honestly, both teams have strength too.
Oh yeah.
For free flowing
Yeah.
football. Both teams have strength with that. So it means that it could go anywhere. But then maybe the coaches strongly believe that if I sit back and defend, regardless of the attack or whatever the opposition throws at me, I'll be able to handle it.
But I'm sure people deploy the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup tactics.
I should think so too. I think that should be because it worked the first time, and then hopefully it should work the second time. I don't know if Bukayo Saka would be available for.
He should. We are looking forward to him returning to the Champions League. So hopefully, if that happens and he's on the bench, at least you can foresee that coming on.
Another factor too is Arsenal got a narrow win against
Sporting. So they'll go full out.
So it means Arsenal will go full out in the UCL.
Yeah.
And
that might cause fatigue.
Energy drain, exactly. Yeah. And that might cause fatigue and all that. So I feel like City have the upper hand in this particular fixture. City on that, instead City were also on a winning streak. Yeah. It builds that confidence. It builds that momentum.
But going back to the UCL, because Arsenal is coming home with a narrow win, Sporting will rather have to come at Arsenal. Arsenal will sit back and wait for Sporting to deploy whatever tactics, and then they will hit them back on the counter. The same way like they did against was it Leverkusen? I think it was the same Champions League, and there was a similar scenario in terms of scoreline. They sat back, allowed the opposition to come, and then they hit them on the counter. So I'm sure this one, they are not going to go at them. They will rather conserve.
It depends on what.
Try to hold the ball, hold the ball.
Because assuming if Sporting gets an early goal.
Yeah, that's what's going to change the dynamics.
Exactly. It means that
Arsenal will have to go
hard. And that will be energy drain.
Yeah.
It will drain your energy and all that.
Because now you are not playing a lot of competition, you are reserving energy.
Exactly. So I feel like energy-wise and all that, and momentum, in terms of momentum, City has it. So City will just have to capitalize on what they have.
So what do you think will be the difference on the day? Is it experience, or you think it's going to be as a result of squad depth?
Experience and individual brilliance. I'm not going to lie. See, if certain players do not turn up to the party in this particular fixture, then that means the game is dead. Even the City's match against Chelsea, for instance, the first half was a very boring first half, and the City didn't look like
scoring.
They could have won that game by a goal margin of
4-3. Yeah.
But then when certain players like Ryan Cherky started turning up and all that, you could see he yielded the results.
Yeah.
So that's what it means. For such fixtures, such big matches, that's when you need certain players to turn up. If a certain match, Odegaard should turn up in this big game, or Eze should turn up in this big game, trust me, City will have issues. If Declan Rice should be the Declan Rice we know from the beginning of the season, not the Declan Rice we saw against City in the FA Cup.
And then
that one said he had a decent performance, but Zubimendi was all over the place.
Zubimendi, as for that guy,
certain players to actually
he's a foster. Honestly, because he's not the person we see.
The match against Bournemouth, he exposed him. Honestly, he exposed him.
So at the point, the players have to console him. I don't know what exactly they were telling him, because he was a cause for the first goal.
Yeah. So and this season too, he's been actually on the receiving end for so many goals that the team has considered, like being out of position, being caught under
a lot of time.
So I think this should be his first season.
That is his first season.
So I think you should give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, the EPL is very demanding as compared to the Liga.
No, but we decided to bring in.
But he's very tactical.
Oh yeah, as for that one, that one we can't take that away from him. And
so as I said, I think it would be down to experience and then individual brilliance. And the experience comes from the coach and then the players. Majority is from the players.
And the coach seems to be a bit naive, and he's getting that into the players as well, in terms of the confidence level he has to impact. So I think the experience is really having the toll on the Arsenal squad, because when they talk of squad depth, I don't think they are lacking.
No,
even though there are some key players injured, I still think we should be in a better position to be able to either cause some upset to City or even the Bournemouth game should
Yeah,
have
the
even pushing
Bournemouth
us
game,
going into this
honestly,
particular
it
game.
was a shocking
Yeah, at
defeat
least a draw would have been make
at the
sense.
Emirates. It means that fighting can actually, Sporting can
Oh
actually,
yeah, of course. We are not ruining anything
yeah,
out because looking at the poor run of form,
yeah, yeah,
anything can happen at it.
anything
So
can
what
happen.
will be your scoreline for this particular fixture?
A 2-1 victory to City.
2-1 victory.
Yeah, to City. I
I'm
feel like City
sure.
will concede.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like, okay, well, yeah, I'm being a bit biased because I'm a City fan and I'm rooting for my team to win. But considering, I mean, what we have outlined about these two teams, I feel like City would come with some
Can
for
edge
like
it.
enthusiasm, like I don't know, vim that we can win it. You see, and the victory after the over Chelsea,
Yeah, you
I
know
feel like
Chelsea they've been all over the
I know,
place.
but then sometimes you need these kind of wins
Okay,
to
all right. To boost your morale. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
That's
I
true.
feel like a 2-1 victory too.
All right. We'll see when you get to the 19th of April, 3:30 p.m. and let's see what the scoreline will look like. And let's go to another interesting fixture, which is Brighton against Tottenham. Tottenham has a new coach. They are also struggling and they are battling for relegation. Going away to Brighton, they could not hold Sunderland the last time out. I think they lost 1-0. Do you think it's a resurgence for them, or it's too late for them to have called in this new coach?
Yeah, I think it was a late call. It was a late call that was needed because a big club like Spurs, I mean, being relegated. But I mean, this is the EPO, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But then a season ago, they were what European.
Oh yeah, of course they were challenger.
The next season, you are being relegated.
Relegated. That's so strange.
With players like Kudus, Javi Simons,
Richarlison,
like big name
Solanke,
you have big name players.
Pedro Porro.
That would be like an 18-year-old in basic 2.
Yeah.
Only in Quran I go there grow class or no. Like how?
But do you think they have a means to salvage their season? Or it's too late for them?
I feel like it's too late because still you can clearly see that players that are supposed to be performing are underperforming. Richarlison was lost in the game against Sunderland. See, Mr. Derry, as in the referee ball.
The Brazilian top striker.
Oh, as in the referee ball, I'm being honest. Solanke to see, Xavi Simons was see,
is it that they are trying to adapt to the tactics of Bizet?
Yeah, I mean that could also be a factor, but then basic football, like even giving a pass, that one is not a coach started to come and teach you now. Professional player, how to give a pass, how
if
to
they are misplacing passes, then of course you could clearly tell.
That is it. And then they have a goalkeeping situation. Vicaro, even when he was fit, he was just all over the place. On the ball and by, I see the right near to your body that train one. And then he had to. So I think he had to pull out of the squad because being a warm up, he had an injury. So it means that this fixture, for instance, he's going to miss it.
Yeah.
And mind you, the second goalkeeper is a goalkeeper who debuted against
yeah. That is sap. Yeah. So that's going to be another.
I mean, the match against Sunderland, it was a bit decent, but Charlie.
Then this one they are going to collect.
Oh, better collect it. Oh, they will collect.
Unfortunate for them because it's going to sink them deeper.
No, yeah, them go.
Sink them deeper.
Nottingham Forest also put up a good performance against Aston Villa over the weekend.
They drew that game as well.
So I'm predicting a 2-1 victory to Brighton. Yeah.
Let's hope so. So that our Ghanaian brother will still remain in the EPL come 2026.
It's funny how that guy is still your star boy when I don't even understand Ghana, but topic for another day.
Yeah. And let's go on to another interesting fixture. Man U against Chelsea. Chelsea, I think they've lost their rhythm.
They have.
They just dashed 3 goals, 3 points to City. And they are going to another side of Manchester again. What do you think? At this point, I think Enzo will come back from the injury. But I don't think that will make a lot of difference anyway.
Same here.
What will be your prediction for this particular game? And how do you see Chelsea? Because they are kind of drifting away from the fifth position. Yeah. Even though 5 teams are going to qualify for the Champions League, it looks like they might not qualify. Yeah. What do you think will be the scoreline for this particular fixture going into?
I mean, I might not necessarily be present in the dressing room to know what's ongoing, but then you can clearly see that there's some level, like some sort of division among players.
Oh, really?
Disconnection among players and all that. What
Disconnection with their manager or among themselves.
I mean, like the team as a whole. If I'm being honest,
What could be the cause of it? Is it
That
because
is
they
it.
are dissatisfied with the kind of changes of chopping and
Exactly.
changing
I mean,
managers?
if you listen to
Cucurella?
Enzo Fernandez
Okay.
very well, he did say that they had something that was ongoing, even if it wasn't working at the time.
You need to give it
They
time.
still had a plan, and then all of a sudden, you take the master plan out of the equation and you bring another figure to come and rejuvenate what another
The whole
plan.
thing. And this guy is inexperienced.
He is. I mean, yes, he's doing well at Strasbourg, but Strasbourg no be Chelsea.
No. And if
The
this
League
is
One-
APL. This is APL.
Thank you.
This
The
is
one no
APL.
be EPL. He might be good, but then sometimes some things are just above his weight, and I feel like Chelsea is above his weight. And as I was saying, I feel like there's some disconnection between players and all that. If you watch a team that's united, they play together,
Mm-hmm.
like they help each other. Here, it's like individual players want to be themselves. Like now, we're not putting the team first and all that.
It looks like.
It looks like that. Like you can clearly see Kopama against City for instance. He was just playing
just
like,
for himself.
for himself.
He
Yes.
just want to shine.
Exactly.
I don't know whether he was looking for a hat trick or something.
Enzo is out there granting interviews, wanting to buy himself a Madrid move.
No, it doesn't
Like
make sense.
something like this, it doesn't work. With James Swiss or the hospital bed, always pay hospital bills.
As for him,
You have so all
and he
these
said about
things,
him the better.
all these, and that's their captain.
Yeah.
All
So
these
when he's
things
away, the morale, yes.
about affecting the team. Because something like Enzo, the interviews Enzo granted, for instance, if there was a figure, a leading figure, I feel like
They'll call him to order.
they'll call him to order. It's not now that he has already set his mind and then you are telling me the club has given him a too much ban for what he has said because he has gone against the rules. No. I mean, there's some little truth in whatever he has said.
Oh, yeah.
And certain players literally agree with what he said. So you see, and certain players who came out, I think Gusto came out to say, no, the coach is the top coach. But another player is saying the coach is not the top coach. So it means that those two players might necessarily, because they don't
disagree,
and that's what I'm talking about, that these things are factors that would affect. But the United, on the other hand, I feel like Marco Carrick is still not that guy.
Yeah, but things are just working out for him.
Moving. I feel like the players want to play for him.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. I see like...
But I don't see anything tactically being done.
Distinct or unique about their style of play. But I feel like these are players who want to play for the badge now.
Yeah.
You see, even Sesko...
But they are sensing the Champions League too.
Yeah.
So they want to keep that.
Sesko, on the other hand, on starting regularly. But anytime he plays,
comes from there.
He's happy playing.
Yeah.
He was even talking good about the coach. And that was the same number of minutes he was getting under Amorim.
Yeah.
But then he used to get pissed and all that. So I feel like because of these differences, I feel like United edges it for me.
Of course, because when you look at the poor run of form for Chelsea, I don't see them surviving against Manchester United, especially when they are going away. And it's just a sorry moment for them because they are gradually drifting away from the potential Champions League spots that they were before even challenging for the trophy. Now they are even way above.
The Chelsea fans claiming that wasn't their initial target. I'm like, bro.
Of course, because the team has just left them, so they are just sore losers. Let's go on to the last fixture for the game week. Let's look at Liverpool against Everton. Okay. Liverpool also, on the other hand, they look like last time around against Fulham, they managed to come out with it was surprising to me anyway. I didn't see it coming. I felt Fulham would have given them a good run. And then for Everton, they also ended up dropping points against Crystal Palace because Crystal Palace, I think Everton was leading like 2-0 or so. Yeah. And then Crystal Palace has to come back. I think the Mateta factor is really helping them. Yeah. And it's good for them at this point in time in the season. It's really getting them results. Yeah. But this particular fixture, I'm seeing them. I know this is a derby for the two. Yes. And anything can happen. Yeah. Liverpool should not see themselves as they have bounced back. It's the same Ancelotti who is handling them. So I don't know what your view will be on this particular encounter.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think before this encounter, Liverpool will be playing at Anfield against a certain Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. And then, mind you, Liverpool are already down by 2 goals. So it means that
I think it's 2-1 or 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. So it means that they are going to give in
their full strength. Exactly. They can't rest Ekitike. They can't rest and what's the Isaac?
Yeah. Or Isaac, please. Toilet.
Okay, Gakpo.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he too. He's just all over the place nowadays. Yeah, but I mean, they would have to put their best foot forward for that particular fixture.
Yeah, and that also drained them going into the weekend.
So, but I still think, I mean, Everton on the other hand, they are blowing hot and cold. Some matches are when they say on the win,
then they are up there, they win.
But they have some fantastic players as well in their squad. Dewsbury Hall has been a good signing for them this season. And then Ghana Gay too has been an outstanding player this season over the period. And I think they have Njai.
That guy.
Quick feet. Pickford has been outstanding. So it's going to be
also the England
nice
number one.
Fixture, honestly. It's going to be a nice fixture to see. But I don't know, for some feeling, I just feel like Liverpool will win it. But as I said, it depends on what happens on Tuesday.
Yeah, you can either give them
the energy
or it will bring them down, especially when they get knocked out in a very horrible way.
At Anfield.
Yeah. So you're looking at a Liverpool win on this particular fixture
based
on the midweek result. Okay, all right. So that will bring the curtains down for our review show here on the studios of the Game Time. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Do well to like, share. Let's keep engaging in the comment section and let's grow together until we meet again. Stay safe and it's bye-bye.
Shalom.
All right.